Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Say What. I've been busy today on here just reporting foolishness, unfortunately, this holiday weekend. But I did want to come back out here because I stepped away and I came to learn that the suspect, well, there's a person of interest out there for the mass shooting that took place early this morning in Chicago in Highland Park. No, I'm sorry, not Chicago. It was in Highland Park, Illinois. It's outside of Chicago. Um, so there was this manhunt for this shooter. He shot up a whole parade, y'all. It was just a mess. I covered it, got a live out there. You can check it out for like a lot of detail on that. But I want to come back out here and talk about the person of interest that they have. And as usual, they always look disturbed, when you see these pictures. So I want to just talk about that. As you come in, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't know if many of you get notifications when I go out. So I try to do my best to notify you all when I am about to jump on live. Because as I say, we real random over here. We are the Starlights. This is, where the party is. Welcome to the party. But we get into all things viral. Celebrity, hot mess stuff like this, street, everything. We get into it. So today is no different. We are going to get into this person of interest they're calling Bobby Crimo III. So y'all know how I do over here. Let me share my screen so y'all can see what he looked like. I did put a picture of him on my thumbnail, but I'm going to share my screen so you can see it more in depth. So this is saying Highland Park shooting suspect is identified as Robert Crimo III. I guess he goes by Bobby. So I did high level kind of research on him just to kind of determine what I want to kind of review. So I'm going to pretty much review this with you guys, and we're going to get into it to see who this Bobby Crimo III guy is. And also keep in mind, y'all, he's still out there running loose in these streets. So be careful. Like, they haven't apprehended him or anything. I feel like they will soon, if he don't, do what a lot of the cowards do, if they don't want to get caught. But otherwise, I feel like the police got a pretty good lead on, catching up with him. So I feel like they'll have him probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. So let's get into this article to see who this person is, what we know thus far about him. So this is a picture of him. As they talked about earlier in the description, they said he was probably going to be between the ages about 18, 19. It was a young guy. So I guess witnesses talked about, seeing someone who seemed like, they could have kind of been behind all of this. I guess they talked about seeing somebody that was kind of young. I remember the description was someone that had like long dark hair, maybe the age of 18 or 19. So this is a picture with him with shorter hair, but we'll get into this article and we'll see more information about him as far as with pictures and some other things placed on his social media. So if the article goes on to say Highland Park local police has decided to release the name of the crime suspect of the Chicago parade shooting. Well, I guess it is, and it's calling it Chicago parade shooting, but they calling it Highland Park. So I'm not familiar with Chicago, so I don't know if Highland Park is that like a town or it's just a location? I don't know. I actually had never heard of it before. So they're referencing it being in Chicago. So the suspect of the Chicago parade shooting that killed 6 and injured at least 24 more victims. They revealed his name is Robert E. Crimo III and goes by the name of Bobby. According to the authorities, Crimo drives a 2010 silver Honda Fit. He is 22 years of age, and several branches of law enforcement are actively looking for him. So y'all, like, they on his tail. They on his tail, rightfully so. What else? They said there are many images of Crimo already released to the public that include his Twitch account details. The license plate of his car is Illinois, D as in David, M as in Mary, 80653. Y'all, listen, that's the license plate. Look out. He is considered to be extremely dangerous and still presumed armed despite leaving the assault rifle behind. Police force used this gun to search more info on the man's identity and were successful with it. So, y'all, I'm seeing a theme as far as with these shooters being really young. Like, these are young, like kids, like just out of high school. So, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's just a new generation of just, I don't know, because I just feel like with some, at least with the shooting and with Buffalo, I don't know, it just gave me the vibes with that shooter that he was groomed by some other people that were older than him. And you know how a younger person is more impressionable, where it's almost like you can kind of, get them to kind of do things like, hey, do this, and we got you. Now go on out there and do this. Like, I don't know. I just get this vibe that when it comes to like with these young kids that we're seeing, they're being introduced to things by someone older, whether it be family or not, but somebody older, that where their influence is coming from, and they geeking them up and telling them, yo, go do this, and then they going to do it. I don't know, but that's just kind of how I feel about it, because like I said, I'm seeing a lot of young guys, young kids that's doing that, and I'm just feeling like somebody older, 30 plus, they know it ain't gonna end well. So it's like, well, let's get this young, impressionable person to kind of go and do our dirty work or whatever. So it still don't take no heat off of that person that did it. But I'm just still saying, I just feel like when I see shootings like this that is bigger than that person who pulled the trigger, that there's like somebody putting a batter in their back, somebody who's funding some things, whether it's the ammo, helping them with getting whatever it is that they need. I don't know. I just don't feel like that shooter is typically in it all like by themselves. They're kind of like almost like just the one who pulled the trigger or the face of the whole situation. But that's just how I feel. You can kind of let me know in the comments your thoughts when it comes to this, because like I said, these have been like kids doing this, and not all of them have, off themselves before, being able to be apprehended, like using the young guy who did the shooting in Buffalo, New York. So let me continue on in this article. Crimo released a creepy video on his Twitter account. According to more information about the suspect, Crimo also goes by the stage name of Awake the Rapper on various forums and Twitch. Back in September 21, Crimo released a video that gives anybody the creeps. It has different type of symbolism and imagery that doesn't really describe much, but it does send a chill down the spine. Crimo likely knows he has been identified by now. It is up to him if he hands himself to the police willingly or by force. There is still no indication of the whereabouts of the suspect, but everybody is actively hunting for him now. This is an ongoing investigation. Stay tuned for further information about the suspect. Y'all, I'm scared to click pay, because YouTube be all sensitive. They talking about, he talking reckless. So I'm gonna probably just share the link in the description so you guys can go out there or you can try to pull it up his name and see if the tweet or whatever to come up, because I don't, like I said, I kind of jumped on here and I didn't deep dive by myself. I wanted to do it on live, but so I don't want YouTube to, based off if he say some crazy stuff, to want to flag this video. We don't need no them problems over here. So Crimo's account hasn't been taken down by Twitter just yet. He has many different signs of a person who has a strange ideology. They usually do. There is a symbol he uses that hasn't been identified yet, but his many different posts are alarming, to say the least. So yeah, that's him. But again, I guess they also maybe can't really, they don't want to take it down just yet because he's right now just a suspect or a person of interest. You don't really know, that don't necessarily mean that just because you're a person of interest that you actually committed the crime that you are potentially accused of. So that's why I'm thinking why they still got his account up. I don't know. And who knows, maybe they may feel too, he may go back out there and do some updates or something like that. And it may help them with investigating. I don't know. But that's him. Let me see if there's something else. Okay, I'm going to flip my screen over because I found a site that had that has a news report on him. So let me jump over here. Okay. So this is safe. I did watch this, so we good with watching this. So fair use. Let me go ahead. Hold on. Let me put my banner on, y'all. Listen, I need to listen. Please like, share, subscribe, fair use, all of that jazz. So let's get into this news clip and see what they talking about. Okay, I got the volume.
Police say 6 people were shot dead, a couple dozen more hurt at a parade in Highland Park.
Witnesses heard gunshots soon after the parade began. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
On what was supposed to be a day of family celebration, horror.
On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us.
Terrifying moments as shots began firing and crowds were scrambling for safety.
I just remember seeing smoke on the ground. We were literally close by to where it all happened. I remember hearing shootings.
Police say the suspect was firing into crowds from on top of a building. This woman says her best friend's sister was feet away from meeting up with them when she was shot.
I'm sorry, for her sister, and I'm here for her, and I hope that she gets better.
This man says he ran with his son to safety and saw victims wounded and bleeding and an officer cradling a child.
I just saw an officer carrying him and he was just knocked out. So I pray that he fainted.
Police say a rifle has been recovered and that the suspect is a white male between 18 and 20 years old. The Highland Park parade shooting is the kind of holiday violence that the Department of Homeland Security and other law enforcement branches have been concerned about. With a busy travel weekend, fewer COVID restrictions, and larger celebrations, a heightened alert for more threats from extremists and lone wolf attackers. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says his office is closely watching the situation and that state police are assisting in the investigation. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And we've just learned WGN has named a suspect in the shooting case. He is 22-year-old Robert Bobby Crimo III. Police say he is driving a silver 2010 Honda Fit with Illinois plates. Police are expected to release pictures of the suspect shortly. We'll bring those to you as soon as we get them.
Okay, so yeah, let me see if this is a good. This is another picture of him that they've been showing. So it looks like it could be like a mug shot, but I don't know. But it kind of gives the vibe of a mug shot taken maybe in the past. So let me see. Yeah, this is the only information it has on this site of this man. So yeah, I put in the chat the link where I had the information from that when I went over to talk about the Bobby Crimo's disturbing social media accounts. I think it was the Twitter account. So if you go to that link, you'll be able to see because the tweet, and they said it was kind of disturbing. So I was afraid, I wouldn't have been on live and I hadn't looked at it yet to click on it to really get into it because I didn't want any problems or this video to get flagged based off of what craziness he might have been talking on it. So you can check it out yourself. Like I said, the link is in the chat. Let me check the comments. Heavy Bear, he looks evil and dirty. Welcome, Heavy Bear. Yes, he does. Oftentimes they do. I noticed that often, very often they do. They do. Let me show something too. I don't know if any of you all follow Angela Stanton. I don't know if we want to, she's kind of in the political world. She's ran for office before. I don't really know really if she probably calls herself more of an activist, but she posted something today and I thought it was quite interesting. She posted it on her community page and she talked about the different shootings. Hold on, let me try to see if I can bring that up because she basically ran down, like, just in a little bit of writing and some pictures, just the history of, shooters that we've had, and how they were handled in comparison to, like, our I guess men. I think she compared to who's been shot down. And let me hold on, y'all. I'm gonna bring it up because I really want to show what she said. Let me hop over here. I got it up. Check this out. Let me bring it up. We're gonna get into it, y'all. Because y'all, Angela, she be on it. If you don't know who Angela Stanton King is, you need to know about her. So this is what she posted, and I thought it was quite interesting. She said, "We may not agree on abortion, but we definitely agree on this." So unarmed. So these are, the, black men who've been gunned down at the hands of the police. So the first one she listed was Amadou Diallo. He was 21 and he was shot 41 times. Then there was Sean Bell, 23, shot 50 times. Laquan McDonald, 17, shot 16 times. Jalen Walker, 25, shot 19 times. Armed, Dylan Roof was 21. He killed 9. Player wasn't shot. James Holmes, 24, killed 12. Nah, he wasn't shot either. Robert Long, 21, killed 8. Nah, we don't need to shoot him. And Peyton Gendron, 18, killed 10. Nah, we don't. He all right. He good. He can walk away too. We don't need to shoot him. So y'all see this, this theme that's taking place where when it come to us, like, listen, instantly we a threat. Look, all we see is brown. That's enough for us. We shooting. We going in. This is, what it seems to be of the mindset of the police. We see brown and we just start blazing, just guns blazing. But when it comes to someone who has basically no melanin in them, or little, your non-visible melanin, it's the treatment with, kid gloves. They can have a gun, whatever. Police talk them off the ledge. They walk away scot-free. And one of these cases, I think this was with Dylan Roof, what they took him and got him something to eat because they were like, I guess he played like, I'm hungry. I done had a long day shooting up these people at the church house. So they, along the way, took him to get him a whole meal. Now, that one took me out because I didn't even remember learning about that detail, like, right after that shooting took place. It was kind of like this year when I was, I think, covering some other, things where I learned about that, where they kind of took him to, like, I think it was Burger King, some one of them fast food spots. I think it was Burger King. But they took him and, he got a meal along the way. I'm like, where they do that? When I say I ain't never heard that, I ain't never heard that even happening with any of the rich along the way as they getting, taken in, OJ, whoever. So I really wasn't ready for that one. So y'all, that's just, how we're treated differently. So this is us at the top, this is all the melanin. And this is the non-melanated people. And look at their eyes, I would say they just got this look. It just don't even, a disturbed look to them, but not as disturbed enough to feel like, okay, they a threat. It's just like, so mind you, this not a threat, but this, oh yeah, you a threat. Look at that. You guys see the contrast here? So that's what lets me know it clearly comes down to a skin tone, because it make like this, y'all, this don't look like a threat. Look at this. Look at their pictures. If we all, because clearly the way it seemed like the police be going off of looks. So that's what I'm going off of right now. When I'm looking at looks, row A or row B, which one looks like a threat to you? That's all I'm saying. So I thought it was great, that when she, she put that together and kind of put that out there and just let that sit, to to point that out to people, like, clearly there is a difference in treatment between, us melanated, us Black in particular, so I want to be specific when I talk about the melanated people, the Black people. There is a difference in treatment. I mean, it is what it is, whether people want to admit it or not, it is. And somebody to try to say different, I think you just dealing with a serious case of denial. So that's what I want to come out to you guys, come out here just to kind of give that update. So yes, they got somebody, they have a person of interest. Let me put that back up again before I leave. Again, as you come in, please like, share, subscribe, and show him once again the person of interest. This is who Robert Crimo III goes by Bobby. So this is him. And if you want to follow that link that I posted in the chat, you can go, and I'll have it also in the description. Once I complete this live, you can go check him out and see what he talking about, because this article is saying he talks reckless. So get ready, y'all. But of course, I will be back coming live, as more information comes out, because the story is unfolding. Earlier today, I kind of jumped on it right when it kind of hit, like within an hour or so afterwards, because I was doing another live on Jayland Walker, and someone, one of my listeners, told me about the breaking news of this mass shooting. So I ended that live and wrapped that live up and hopped on to this story and covered that. I have a good bit of information out there on that one, so you can check out that live. It's a lengthy one because, it's ended with like the last couple of hours, maybe 2.5 hours, with like news footage, interviews, things like that. Just a lot of like live details pertaining to that mass shooting. So definitely check that out if you get a chance. But again, thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live, because as I say, I'm real random over here. Today has been I would say an unusual day for me, as far as, because I typically don't go on 3 times a day. Typically it might be 1. You may be lucky to get 2, but I don't do 3. So it's definitely been a busy 4th of July holiday for me, with just covering just the nonsense, covering things that we shouldn't have to be covering, but unfortunately we do. And it's the holiday weekend, and y'all know people be outside when you got that extended weekend, and Lord, don't let it be hot outside. It takes that heat, it kicks it up to a whole nother level. So I already know it's going to be on and popping again tonight, as it has been since Saturday and Sunday, with people wilding and, people getting shot, people dying, all of that. And, the lights haven't gone out today. So unfortunately, there's just going to be more madness to come, which means it's going to be just more information to report on pertaining to just loss within our community, and just within our nation. So, if it's hot, if it's information, I feel like y'all want to hear this, you need to hear this, I would definitely jump on and share that information. But like I said, I did 2 more lives earlier. I did one on Jayland Walker. Definitely check that one out, because I learned about him last night and woke up this morning and learned some more information about his untimely death. He was just only 25 years old. So I covered that. I definitely want to just bring life to him, bring awareness to his story for those who may not have known about his untimely death that took place on June 27th, because I didn't learn about it until yesterday, when the police cam footage was released. And y'all, once that got released, people in Akron, Ohio went ham, because that's where it took place. LeBron James, the city where he was born. LeBron was born there, so he did do a post. And so go check that out. Got a lot of information on that. But I will definitely jump back on and just kind of be present as things kind of unfold pertaining to this case, as well as the Jalen Walker case, as I'm still kind of watching that one. So let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining. I'm out. Peace.